Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name remains Professor Laran Wabwize. I am here again. One of you asked me that you would like me to talk about the fee schedule for now. So this is what I want to talk about today. So let's get right into it. So I will start again by sharing my screen. I've already opened that place down. So we just go to it because I just think that we may not be staying too long. So this is the page. Of course, don't forget that the NOUN website still remains www.nou.edu.ng. That's where you go. Please don't go to www online, NOUN online. No, that's not for you. So this is where you go. This is the new website and it's very interactive, easy for you to navigate around. So but many of you still want to go to the wrong place, and that's why you're going to have challenges. So I'm going to reduce my video so that you can see the whole screen clearly. So of course, how did I get here? Let me go back. Oh, I may not even need to. Let me see if I will need to. You know, you remember we always have this challenge of okay. Let me see if I can locate how I got here. Okay, I'm trying to see if I can actually get back to where how I got here. But it seems I'm not getting that. I'm trying to see if I can get it there. Okay, maybe, yeah, this is it. So this is the drop-down menu, study with NOUN. Yes, that's correct. That's how I got here. So now on the extreme left end, you see where it says fish schedule. So this is also available on the home page of the university. I don't know, I don't want to also have challenge of network, but I don't want to go back to it. So on this, so you see on the left-hand corner, you see the top, they say prospective students, then you see admission requirements, procedure on how to apply. Of course, I've done a video on that already. Then you see programs, you see fee schedule. I can't seem to see this one well. What is there? Let me see. Okay, I can't see it well, but the important thing is that we want to talk about the fees today. So this is what we are going to talk about. So let's get into it now. So the school fees. So let's see, the one for undergraduate. So it's just on this one page. So I think we'll be able to see everything at a go. That's why I say I don't think this video will take us too long to get everything. So that is how you get to this place. Remember, I said you will put your cursor on study with NOUN, and then at the extreme end of that, you see prospective students. Then you now see the fee schedule. So, but all the fees that is even for both the student and the non-student, they are all here. Of course, the video I made on study centers, it is I just did the slides, but the live one you see here again. On study with NOUN, you see the study centers, and like I told you in that video, you have the North Central, Northeast, Northwest, Southeast, South, and Southwest. All of them there. So it is easy for you to really be able to get into finding this thing. So I've done a whole video on that. Even though I didn't do it as a live sharing, but this one I'm doing as live. So I'm just referring to it. You can watch that video and see all that I said there. Now let's continue. So fee schedule, now the undergraduate payments. Let's look at what is required. Now the first one is for new students. So the person that was asking me that I should do this video in the comment of, I think the video I made on study centers or so, I cannot remember which of them. See, here it is titled new student. So I want to assume that Because once you, as a new student, you may have this challenge, but after that, when you are coming and you're a student, I don't think this information will be so much of a thing for you. But let's start with undergraduate payment schedule and talk about new students. So the first thing you do is registration fee, which is 6,000 naira. I mean, the school fees is so cheap in government. And like some people have been arguing, probably that's part of that. Even though I at times wonder that many of us were able to have the benefit at whatever level we think it was, however much even stress it was for our parents, but we have something that's very close to free education, and to now start saying that people should pay. But I think it is because of government's mismanagement, because we should be better now. If we are being an investing country, if we are the country that have been investing, now we should be having youth, but we have a country that have been stealing, and that has been the challenge. That has been the challenge of this country. But I just pray that one way or the other, like all the video I made the whole of April, it was just to pray for this issue, and I said Nigeria shall be free. I don't know how God will do it, but God will do it. That's all. Like, we cannot continue like this. Of course, these fees were probably cheaper than this before. I don't know. But then, what you call registration fee is 6,000, because in government schools we don't charge school fees. So that is it. We don't charge school fees because government is somehow giving free education, but maybe it has to sit down and really look critically at all these things and see whether this is actually feasible. Because people could send their children, and people could send their children to private schools. I don't know. We really have to be realistic and just think critically about this. But I'm going to wonder, there must be a way for students that are brilliant, but they don't have the means to still not be trapped in poverty. Because that is why some of us got out of it. The background some of us had was such that probably would not be able to afford a higher education. But just because that it was within reach, that was why we were able to go. So let me not leave the matter that we're talking about. So the first thing on the payment of fees is the registration fees, which is 6,000 naira. Then secondly, we have the caution deposit, which is 3,500. I don't really know what you're going to be cautioning with 3,500, but that is good. That's what the university is charging now. Then we have the orientation fees, which is 1,500. Then we have the matriculation fees, which is 1,500 naira. Then we have the ID card, which is 500 naira. Wow, I actually thought these fees have changed. These have been the same rate all this while. Wow. This is free education. But I know there's probably so, and I don't want to sound insensitive, there are probably some people that even this they cannot afford. So we have to just find a way of making education accessible. This country will understand that the hope, the future. I mean, some of us got out of the trap because of education. If we know the hope and the future of this country is the knowledge economy, I think that we know that, just like the Labour Party presidential candidate said his own agenda is number 1, education, number 2, education, number 3, education. That is just it. If you educate people, they will solve every other problem. Every other problem of the country, they will solve them. But I don't know. A government that will be able to close down its own university for 7 months going to 8 now, I don't know. But I pray that God will help us one day, that will come to a realization of who we are and what we ought to be doing. Then we have the library fees, 3,000 naira. We have the ICT administrative charges, which is 5,000 naira. The e-facilitation, 4,000. And I just remember how government thinks that will be enough to pay for. I mean, how the university will be able to cover the facilitation costs with this, I don't know. But anyway, that's the price. So then the next one, we have JAMB regularization. You remember, we don't do JAMB now. To come to now, you don't. But then for you to be able to also get your NYC exemption certificates, you need to have a JAMB regularization, because that is how the country, I mean, the country said we should be admitting students to the university. The result verification is 5,000 naira. So all this make up the 36,000 naira you are going to pay as a new student. So these are the costs, the core thing you must pay. This is the same for everybody, no matter the course you are doing, no matter the program you have come to do. But other than this, you need to, the other fields are applicable depending on the programs of your course. So let's move forward to the next one. So the next one is for returning students. Now the returning students pay registration fees again, but they don't pay all the other things they are paid in the first registration. Of course, you will know that we like do 2 sessions in a session, because every semester, both sessions, some people are in their first semester, some people are in their second semester. So some people, so when you come in now, you may, the thing you are paid in your very first semester as a 100 level or 200 level direct entry student, you may not be repeated again, but you pay the library fee because you are still going to be using the library. You pay ICT charges because you have to have access to the ICT facilities in the university. In facilitation also, you still pay that because you are still going to be having facilitation being done. But all the other things that you are not going to pay, so you end up paying only half of what you paid in your first, as a new student. And so that amounts to 18,000 naira. See, that's what you're going to pay as a returning student. So, and I'm sure that many of you that are being students, you are aware of this. So let's move on. So we want to look at, so this is for the undergraduates. Let's look at the postgraduate payment schedule. So as a new student, what are you going to pay? Registration fee for postgraduate is also 6,000 naira. This is unbelievable. Then you haven't paying less because the postgraduate student are actually paying 35. So let us see the breakdown. And it says caution deposit is 3,500. Again, that is deposit. Orientation fees 1,500, matriculation fees 1,500, ID card 500, library fees 3,000, ICT administrative charges 5,000, e-facilitation 4,000. The result verification for them is 10,000. So let me see what actually is the difference, because the result verification is higher. Okay. Anyway, I may have to scroll up, but there's no need for that. I didn't check. I actually saw the price difference when I checked through this, but I didn't bother to find out what is the difference, but it doesn't matter. So if you are coming as a new student or as a postgraduate student, then this is the compulsory fee you need to pay. So that's the important thing that you need to know. And I think for postgraduate, it's actually, it becomes more of a luxury, because what government owes you is actually basic education. So I'm just wondering, this is also within reach. Therefore, returning students as postgraduate students again, they pay the same thing, and which is 6,000 for registration fee, ID card. I mean, okay, no, they've already paid for ID card, and 3,000. Of course, I say you misplace it. Maybe you have to pay again to get it scanned. No, not scanned now. I forgot the name of that. Laminated, yes, for you again. Of course, to get that done, you may have to redo it, and it's cheap enough for you to afford it, I guess. The ICT charges, then the e-facilitation charges, so it amounts to the same 18,000 naira that undergraduate will pay. So virtually, I guess we are giving our education for free in NOUN. That's good. That's what government said we should do, and that's what we are doing. It's okay. We have to provide access to everybody, as men that desire to have education. And hopefully we are actually meeting that. That mandate, because it was given to us. I remember the Prime Minister of Education said that the government wants to hope that now they help it to educate the citizens of Nigeria, and because it's the only one that can reach, like our VC said now, we're talking about 1 million students. So I'm sure we are going to get there. So let's go to the other thing that is now usually different. Okay, for project fees, of course, it's the same amount, 15,000 naira for undergraduates. Then for postgraduates, 25,000 naira, and for masters, 40,000 naira. Then for exam fees, you have undergraduates 1,000 naira, and then postgraduates PG 2,000 naira per course. There is something missing here. I don't know why I'm not saying it, because you are expected to, your registration, you do, depending on the number of courses you are doing, you pay for that. I know for undergraduates, you pay 1,000 naira. I actually thought everything is there because I was scanned through, but I don't know why I'm not saying that for course registration. So for course registration, you are expected to pay for each course that you are taking. You are paying 1,000 for undergraduate, and I think 2,000 for the postgraduates. I'm trying to see if I can see where it is hidden here. I'm seeing only the examination fees. Yeah. So your course registration, this basic fee is not what you pay for. Each course that you are taking, you actually have to pay for when you are registering it. So undergraduate 1,000 naira, and then for, I think so, for 2,000 now. I used to know it, but that is the only thing that is different. Then if you're a student, I think a science student, you may have to pay for laboratory. So I think that's about, I am not sure. Don't let me say what I'm not sure, because even when for a language lab, the university say you cannot charge because the government will not support that. So I don't know how that is done. Sincerely, I think I may find out and say and talk about it. Maybe I will do a whole video on practicals. Like now, the science people are actually out. They're out in the 6 geopolitical zones conducting practicals for the students. And for us too, we now have a digital lab that language students can use, or for any of the language related courses. So that is that. But the US is paying so much for it, but we are not charging for it. We are just giving us free service to the students. But that is part of our mandate. Anyway, we are doing the best we can within the available resources to meet your needs. So that is that for the school fees. I am just thinking of looking at something, but maybe I will leave that. There's something I wanted to check, but let me see if I will get the information I need from there. If not, I may have to do that as a whole new video. So let's go to the School of Postgraduate Schools. I was thinking of actually working on that, because now it looks like the only thing that you have. Okay, maybe I'll just leave it. Maybe I'll just leave it so that we can. I will just leave the postgraduates so that we can do a whole work on that. Because I actually was trying to look at, because the fees for the okay. So yes, this is what I'm looking for. The doctorate admissions. I'm actually looking for the fees I will pay. That's what I'm looking at. Let me see if we can. Let me see if we can get something out of that, because the fees for the okay. So let's say the fees for the PhD students is not listed. And I know I only saw it on the website of the postgraduate before. So let me see. Okay. I cannot seem to find it again, but don't worry. I think I'm thinking of doing a whole video on the postgraduate school of postgraduate school. So maybe then I will be able to locate where the payment schedule for the postgraduate school is. Then we'll be able to come back to talk about it. But basically, I think the focus has been on the people that want to do their first degree. So this is basically oh, okay. Aha, yes. There's a slight yeah, this is what I was actually looking for, because there is not stated, but it is said there, this highlighted that the course and examination registration fees for all categories of students remain unchanged for now. Yes, because what I've always known is that for your course registration, you pay 1,000 naira, for examination, you pay 1,000 as an undergraduate. And then as a postgraduate, you pay 2,000 for course registration and 2,000 for examination registration. So it has remained unchanged. So I didn't see this before. So this is what I was actually looking for. But the fee schedule for PhD students is quite different. So it's quite different, but let's see. By the time we are doing the video on the postgraduate school, maybe by then we'll be able to, I'll be able to locate it. I know I used to know where it is hidden on the I know the way it used to be hidden on the website, but I don't know why I'm finding it difficult to just locate it now. So that is that. So thank you for watching. I hope this has helped you. And those that requested for this video, I hope that this also has given you all the information that you need. Thank you very much. See you in the next video. And remember to like this video. Remember to share it. Remember to also put your questions. I will be very glad to respond to them. That is why I'm doing this, because I really desire to give as much help and guidance I can to the people. You know, funnily, a student was just saying the Telegram chat room faculty and said that she hopes that she prays that I become the next Minister of Education. And I say amen, because I really love to really do, I mean, big things in this country. For God's sake, I would like the education sector to become the center. And God has always given me that grace. No matter what duties you give to me, I'll make it so functional, you will wonder, is it the same thing? Yes. So being a dean of faculty for me is a privilege to be able to serve my students. And if they are thinking it's a strange thing that I'm doing, but like I told them, I'm the chief servant of the faculty, I should serve. And that is what I believe the way it should be. Thank you very much. So don't let me get heavy on this, but I hope that you will continue to help us to share this video so that people can have help as many people as possible. Then make sure you like it, so that YouTube will know that more people, then be able to recommend it to more people, that more people need to get their eyeballs on the video. And then when you subscribe to this channel, you always be alerted every time we do a new video. Thank you very much. See you guys in the next video. I'm so glad to be doing this. Okay, so